Hello, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right, happy Tuesday, and I hope you are having an amazing day today. And so, in this live, I'm going to be talking about how you can 10x the law of vibration easily, okay? And so before I jump into it, if you are new to me, to my page, to any of my content in social media land, my name is Kay Catrice. I am the Natal Chart Navigator, and I help open-minded women to understand who they are energetically using their astrological natal chart, okay? And so let's jump into this, okay? So we're talking about how you can 10x the law of vibration, okay? And so if you don't know, I know the law of attraction is what everybody talks about, all the manifestation coaches, all the business coaches. I mean, it is absolutely everywhere, the law of attraction, the law of attraction. However, the law of vibration, okay, which is not spoken about as much, not from what I've seen or heard. It's not spoken about as much as the law of attraction, okay? And so I want to go to talk about the law of vibration because the law of vibration really comes before the law of attraction, okay? And so these are natural laws, both of them, the law of attraction and the law of vibration. They are both natural laws, okay? And so anything that you want to come to you, okay, you have to be in harmony with that, okay? And so when you talk about being in harmony with something, basically you have to be on the same vibration as that, okay? And so the law of vibration is a natural law, okay? And natural laws govern everything that happens in the universe, okay? They are not good, they're not bad, they're not positive, they're not negative. They are neutral and exact. They work the exact same way for me as they do for you, as they do for the next. And you can use them for positive or negative, good or bad, however you look at it. And so the law of vibration states that everything in the universe is in a constant state of motion, okay? And so these movements are referred to as vibration, and the rate or speed at which they vibrate is called its frequency, okay? And so the only difference between one object and another is its rate of vibration, okay? And so when you look at your desk is vibrating. It's just moving slow. And so it is perceived as being static, okay? They're vibrating at a very slow speed. Now, when you look at, say, my hand, you see my hands are moving, okay? They're vibrating at an extremely high rate because I'm moving them, right? So, that's the only difference, okay? And so our thoughts, okay? Thoughts are just like everything else. They are energy, okay? And they vibrate at different frequencies depending upon the nature of the thought, okay? And so when you put the thought out there, okay, you put the vibration out there, then here comes along the law of attraction, okay? And so the law of attraction focuses on using your thoughts and feelings to dictate what you want to attract into your life, okay? And so for me personally, the law of attraction, I used to have a really hard time with the law of attraction because the way people talked about it was like, all gloom and doom, and all of that. And a lot of it was just to sell their stuff, But it was very gloomy, gloom and gloom, and you gotta mind your thoughts, or else you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that, and da 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 da. And it's and that's true. That very well is true. However, it's not like you think a thought today and then tomorrow, let's say you say something like, dang, I wish, okay, good example. Somebody pissed you off. You be like, man, I wish that so-and-so would kick rocks, right? Okay, and that's your thought, and then you verbalize that thought, okay? More than likely, they're not going to die tomorrow. Or they're not going to die as soon as you say, I wish they would kick rocks. That would be kind of messed up. But it doesn't work that quickly. There's like that seed time harvest thing going on, right? So you have to constantly keep thinking something. So if you're constantly thinking negativity, then that's what you're attracting to you, okay? So how do you 10x? Okay, so going back to the law of vibration, okay? Everything starts with your vibration, okay? So if you are vibrating at a high frequency, okay, the things that are on that exact same frequency as you come to you, okay? So if you want a new job, but you are vibrating at the frequency of, well, I don't think I'm gonna get one, well, I just don't know, well, you know what, I'll just negative thinking, I'm gonna attract that to you, okay? That's what you're attracting to you, because that's the vibration that you are putting out. That's the vibration that you're putting out, and so that's what's coming back to you, okay? So so I had to tell you all that, so just for those who don't understand, law of vibration, law of attraction, because the law of vibration is the primary law, okay? Because the law of attraction is the secondary law, because the vibration is what causes the attraction, okay? So you're not going to attract anything if you're not vibrating. So if you are, if you're not, if you're just sitting and you're not thinking, you're not attracting anything, okay? Because you're not putting any vibration out, okay? But if you're sitting and you're thinking, you're putting a vibration out, and so that is what comes back to you, okay? And you got to remember that everything in the universe is vibrating, okay? Everything is vibrating, whether it is your this pen here, or your hand, or this this desk here, that my desk, or whatever it is, that picture behind me, everything is in a constant state of vibration, okay? And so how can you 10x the law of vibration, which will better it'll better your attraction, okay? What it is that you attract to you, okay? So you have to learn you, okay? Because everything in this world, in this universe, is energy, okay? Even us, we are energy beings, okay? We are energy beings in a physical human body, okay? And so it is designed for us to attract what we want and need and desire to us, okay? However, if you don't know you energetically, you may have a really hard time attracting to you what you desire, okay? And so when you learn who you are energetically, then you learn how to control your vibrations better, okay? Because everybody, there's different manifesting tools, okay? I posted this last night. I think it was last night or yesterday. It was yesterday. But I posted this. There's so many different manifesting tools and techniques and tricks and things. All the manifesting coaches, and they have this manifesting technique and that manifestation technique, and all of the things, right? The good news is that all of them work. Okay, that's the good news. Okay, but on the flip side of that, it just may not work for you. So what works for Sally may not work for Jane. And what worked for Jane may not work for Karen. And what worked for Karen may not work for me. Okay? So why is that? Why is it that, Sally and Jane can do something and it worked perfectly fine for them, but me and Karen, we try and it's just like it ain't working at all? Why is that? Well, it's because we are all energetic beings and we all have a different energetic makeup, okay? And so the one way that and the best way that you can know what tools will work for you is to figure out how you are set up energetically, okay? So when you look at your birth chart, okay? So you pull your birth chart, all right? Now, in order to do your natal astrological chart, you need to have your time of birth, your date of birth, your place of birth, okay? Once you pull your chart, you can see where everything was, all of the planets, all of the luminaries, where everything was at the exact time, date, and place when you were born, okay? And so you might be like, well, how the hell is that going to help me, to manifest better? Well, because that chart is a chart, it's your energetic map, okay? Because it's all energies, okay? Think about when Mercury is in retrograde and how everybody cut the food. And your computer might start working. Technology is always funky. People in the marketplace, they be acting, weird and crazy, right? That's because that energy, the energy of Mercury being in retrograde. Mercury is the fastest planet, okay? And so the energy of Mercury being in retrograde means that Mercury slows down, okay? And so by Mercury slowing down, it's affecting all of the things that Mercury governs, okay? And so when you learn how your energetic map is set up, then you can go about figuring out how to better attract things to you, how to send out better vibrations. So when I am looking at somebody's chart, right, the best thing for you to look at is it's going to be your first you need to look at your sun, moon, and your rising, okay? Your rising sign is the sign that that's the energy that you put out, okay? That's the energy that you meet when you first that's the energy that people receive from you when they first meet you, okay? And so then you also need to look at your Mercury placement, okay? Because your Mercury placement, that's thought. Mercury governs thought and communication, okay? Look at your Mercury placement and look at your third house, okay? Because your third house is the house of communication. I have a video I think it just went live today on YouTube. If you check out my reel, I did a reel. Check out my reel, and the link to the video is in the comments of the reel. Go check out that video. It talks about the third house. Third house is communication, and not just verbal communication, but also non-verbal communication, okay? Which non-verbal communication would be your vibration, right? And so go check that out. And I do have the link to my YouTube channel here in the comments. You can click that and check it out. But you need to look at your rising sign and also your third house and your Mercury placement, because your Mercury may not be in your third house. It might be in your second house, could be in your fourth house. It's never too far from your sun, because Mercury and the sun, they transit together, they move together. They're like homeboys, so they always together. So you know, like prime example, my sun, okay, and you also need to look at your sun placement, and your moon. Okay, so you need to look at your sun placement. Your sun is who you are at your core. Okay, then you look at your moon placement. That's your emotional temperament, and so your emotions, they obviously they affect your vibration. Because if you sad and crying and depressed, that you're not gonna put out a high, vibration. It's gonna be a lower vibration. Okay. You also need to look at your rising sign, as I said, and then your Mercury placement, and then your third house. Okay. Because third house is the house of communication and education, it's also your understanding, then you need to know exactly what energy sits on that house, so that you know how to communicate non-verbally. Okay, so example, for me, my third house is Libra. Okay, I also have Mercury in the third house. Okay, so my Mercury is in Libra. So my thought process is balanced. Okay, I have to have a balance. I do a lot of pros and cons. I'm a decisive person, but before I make a decision, I take a quick check of pros and cons. And if the pros are more, boom, let's run it. If the cons are more, and I'm like, not gonna do it. Okay, but also, because Libra is an energy of partnerships, it's also an energy of justice and balance. Okay, when I am thinking about, when I'm putting out energy, it's always an energy that is, well, not always, I try to though, but it's an energy of acceptance. It's the energy of beauty, love. Libra energy is all about love and beauty and balance and aesthetics and all of the things, right? And so Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and Virgo, and so Mercury likes to it's all about thought. Okay, and so Mercury works really well in air signs. Libra is an air sign, sister sign to Gemini, and so Mercury works really well in that. And so for me, when I'm down in the dumps, right, and when my vibration is off, okay, I can tell it. And so it's easier, I have to be in balance at all times, or else it's not going to be pretty. So I know there's certain not manifestation, but there's certain things that I will do to get my vibration back up, because I know with me being unbalanced, it's not going to work, and I'm not going to be able to attract to me what I want. Now, for somebody who may have their third house in the house of Taurus, okay, they may be somebody who they are very rooted and grounded in their thoughts. And so for them, it may, take a longer for them to change their vibration, because Taurus is a fixed energy, okay? And so it's all about the material plane. And so if things aren't right in the material plane for Taurus energy, then Taurus energy will, it'll have a harder time trying to raise its vibrations, right? So for example, so with Taurus energy, one of the things that they can do to raise their vibration is to go and to be out in nature, okay? Go out in nature and maybe journal, okay? Journaling is really well for earth energy. Libra energy or air sign energy, me personally, I know music. Music is a way that, uplifts me and raises my vibration. Your rising sign also plays into that as well because I'm a Leo rising. Leo energy is the energy of the performer, okay? And so singing and going live, doing things like this raises my vibration, okay? Now, for somebody who is, say, a Taurus rising, going live might not raise your vibration, okay? But singing might, okay? Because Taurus rules the neck and the throat. And so singing might raise your vibration, okay? And so you really just have to, when you get to know the actual energies, okay, then you will learn different tricks and tips and techniques. Then you'll see, okay, this is what I can do. These are the things that I can do that will raise my vibration, okay? Because what works for Becky, not gonna work for Sally, okay? And it may, but it may not. So instead of leaving things up to chance, you definitely want to figure out, okay, what works for me? Who am I energetically, so that I can cut out the middleman, cut out all the bullshit, doing all this round and round silly shit, and actually, go and get myself together so that I can live the life that I want to live with my dreams, right? Because nobody want to keep going round and 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 round, right? So that was a little long-winded. I didn't plan on being on here this long, but I had to get that out. I wanted to get this out to you guys on this beautiful Tuesday. And so that is how you can 10x the law of vibration so that you can attract to you what you desire faster. And so I hope you found value in this live. If you did, please do go ahead, share it out so that others may find value as well. And if you would like to know your energetic makeup so that you can better attract to you the things that you desire, you can schedule a free 20-minute energy audit with me. And within this energy audit, I am going to enlighten you on your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Mercury placement, okay? Your Mercury placement in your third house, okay? And so if you would like to schedule one of those, want to book a free session with me, it is absolutely free. I'm going to put the link in the comments so that you can watch. And if you're watching this on the replay, do me a favor and put replay so that I know who watched live, who watched the replay. All right. And so I hope you have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. And remember that possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand, and that should make you smile because you really do create your own reality. Have an amazing day.